Hola, hola, Patty Mariposa. Happy Saturday. I hope that you're having a fabulous day. Do you have an issue with managing your time? Question. Do you constantly say, I wish I had more time? Well, the truth is that we all have the same amount of time. And there are some people that can do really, really well with it, and some that are constantly like fish out of water, like floating around, right? Well, I want to teach you 5 tips that I've been using myself to help me manage my time. And if you stick around to the end, I have a great little giveaway that I want to share with you that has been helping me and my clients manage our times on a daily basis. So I have some notes to make sure that I stay on track and on topic. Part of managing my time, writing notes, but that's not one of my 5 points. So one of the points is having clear goals. So identifying what is it that you want to do. I really like early in the first thing in the morning, before I look at my phone, before I look at my computer, before I do anything, I sit down with my accountability notebook or worksheet, which is this, and this is one that I have on a writable notebook. And I love it because every day I get to, I write in it, and then by the end of the day, I erase it and then redo it again. So this is really awesome. Having an accountability form is priceless. So whatever it is that you have, if you have an agenda, my recommendation is that you have something you can write down. When it's proven that when you write something down, you're going to be able to. Writing it down, it's been proven that when we write things down, our brain remembers it better. So I highly, highly recommend that you write your goals, especially your daily goals, in a notebook or on a piece of paper so that you can visualize it every day. So that's the first one. You can have clear goals such as 90-day goals, year goals, and then chunk it down into daily goals. So again, what is it that you want to do first thing in the morning, and how does you want the rest of your day to go? When you have that clear, it makes things so much more manageable. Okay, coming back to my notes. Second is be flexible. Things come up. Or maybe it's not going as well as you want them, or maybe it's taking a long time. I can say that one of my struggles is like social media. Or making a flyer. Sometimes I just get in this creativeness, and I am just constantly, it takes me forever because I want the picture to come out just right, the wording, the font. And what looks like a 20-minute project can sometimes turn into an hour. So did I allocate 20 minutes? Yes. Did I extend it to an hour? Maybe not. So we may have to push some things around. But that's going to be important, is that, and this goes into my next point, is being focused on one task. So if I allocate 20 minutes, and I notice that this is taking a lot longer, I'll look at my calendar and say, okay, do I have more time that I can put towards this activity, or do I need to pause it and move on to my next task? What's really, 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 really important, and this is something that many people don't want to admit, but we have an addiction to multitasking. I get it. I have that same problem too. If you're a multitasking addict, go ahead and raise your hand. It's no shame. It's admitting it, and it's bringing into awareness so then you can choose differently. So our brains work best when we have one task at a time. Whenever we're trying to do too many tasks at once, our brain doesn't compute it because it needs to bring it down, shut down, start a new page. You know, it's kind of like when you have multiple tabs open on your browser, it slows the process down. Your brain functions the same way. So focus on one task, time it if you can. That really is helpful. And then, you know, see it through, or at least until the time comes up. Okay, and so another point is, okay, so I said clear goals is one, having clear written goals, being flexible because some activities may take longer than others, no multitasking, point number 3, deadlines, having a deadline. So identifying, right? Yes, deadlines are so important. So having a deadline that identifies by when you have to finish this task. And I work with a specific project management that is free. If you're interested in learning what that is, let me know, and I'll definitely tell you. But there's so many out there. What I've learned is choose one and make it work for 6 months. So I'm using one right now, and I say no matter what, I'm gonna just stick with it, even if it's not perfect, but I wanna keep being in the habit of using one and tweaking it, figuring it out, and just holding myself accountable to it, right? The last point, which is definitely by all not, there's so many more points, but I only want to stick with 5 because if I say too many, I know I get overwhelmed if I have too many options, and so I don't want to overwhelm you either. So the last one, or the final point, is about self-care. So making sure that you take time for you. So this could include, you know, if you have to put it in your calendar, do it. I can't tell you how many of my clients, and I can say I've been guilty of that too, when they get really, really busy on a task and they forget to eat. Does that happen to you? Yeah. So sometimes, like Wednesday, I had clients from 9 a.m. till like 9 p.m. And I had very little space in between. Not my preferred way, it just kind of happened that way. So I found time within those small breaks to have food. So I make sure that I have a lot of snacks. I have different things that I can just munch on, so I keep my energy up. But not eating at all is so wrong, because it puts your body into stress response. It shocks your system. So those are 5 tips. So I'm just gonna re-elaborate them. 5 tips is having clear goals. Keep in mind I was reading off of because I write them down, right? Having clear goals. What is it that you want to accomplish? Daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, whatever. If you don't know what you want to accomplish, then how the heck are you going to accomplish anything, right? Be flexible with whatever it is that you're doing. Sometimes the projects take a little bit longer. No multitasking. No multitasking. That's why I wrote this down, so I can stay focused on it. Deadlines. Have deadlines, right? And of course, ensuring that you have time for self-care. So, I hope that these were helpful. Now, if you really like these points, then you're gonna love what I have to offer. So I created an accountability form that I use for myself, which is this. Well, the one that I have is on a single sheet of paper, which I'll send to you. This is one on a writable paper or notebook that I get to write on. It's with erasable pens. I love them. Those are like the best things. And then every day I go back, go over it, and then erase it once I'm done, right? So why has this accountability form been helpful? So I'll say one of my clients who I shared that with, she has been actually using it now on a daily basis, and she has told me that her stress level has gone down, her overwhelm has gone down, and she is committed to doing it. So she says that's part of like her first things in the morning. She doesn't even look at her phone anymore other than to check the time, but she really sits down, fills this out really quickly, and then she knows what does the rest of the day need to look like. And then she actually adds into it, like she schedules the activities into her online calendar. So she writes it down and then she schedules. That is so amazing. And that's just one of my clients. I have a few other clients that are using it. They're not using it on a daily basis. I'm working on something that can help them with that. But for now, I just want to give you the accountability form. So again, you want it, shoot me a direct message and I'll get that out to you. So I hope that these tips were helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful rest of your Saturday. And most importantly, have fun. I know this morning I've been working, getting a lot of things accomplished. And then about 5 o'clock, I am heading over to my family's to celebrate one of our family members' birthday. So, and then that's it. I'm not working anymore. So work hard, certain points, and then go play, right? That's how I do. Work hard, play hard, right? That's my balance. But anyways, those are time management. So, I'm so excited. I love talking about ways to manage stress. So, one last time, if you really like these tips, then you're gonna love the accountability form. Shoot me a direct message and I want to help send that to you so that each day you can focus on staying centered, staying focused, and accomplishing things because you're managing your time. So have an awesome day. Talk to you soon.